Would you like to get a live personal numerology reading today?
Join us today on Divine Numerology with our co-host, Darius Oliver. Stay tuned. It's Awaken Your Spirit.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Awaken Your Spirit Presents Divine Numerology. We are your hosts. I'm Dr. Aaron Garcia.
And I'm Veronica Mendez Garcia, and I'm excited today for some of the readings that Darius is going to be doing with our guests.
We are live here every Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern. Today we're doing a little earlier today at 9 a.m. But we are live here every Thursdays. If you guys would like to know when we're live here, we're live on Facebook and on YouTube. If you're watching from Facebook, just make sure you turn on the live notification button if you'd like to join us every single week. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that little bell icon so you know when we have a new video that's posted. So today we're doing our second round of live readings. And if you guys would like to get a live reading today from our co-host Darius Oliver, make sure what you do is you type in your full name and put that here into the comments and your birth date. And we'll make sure we get to you throughout this process. But before we get to that, we always like to start off with our first segment of the shows with our inspirational moments with Veronica.
So inspirational moments is when I like to read something inspirational. And today I have something that I'm going to read from this book called Journey to Self-Realization by Paramahansa Yogananda. And there's the book. And this paragraph is called Begin by Being Kind to All. And it says, how to become a king of hearts, loved by all. Become more saintly so that, like a true king, you sit on the throne of love in the hearts of others. Begin by being kind to all. Unkindness is a spiritual disease. If you indulge in unkind acts and feelings, you make yourself miserable and damage your nervous system. When you see others behaving unkindly, it should give you greater determination to be kind. I practice this all the time. No matter how hurtfully others behave, they cannot make me react with meanness. The more unkindness people show to me, the more understanding I give to them. Sometimes, in order to stress an important lesson, I speak very strongly to those who have come to me for training. But I am never angry or unkind. Those who receive such discipline have seen that at the height of the scolding, when I seem to be most displeased, I can shut off fiery speech and use the gentlest of words. That self-control has tremendous power. Never allow your voice to be harsh out of anger or vengefulness. Like a flower, shed petals of kindness when you are aggravated by others or attacked by the evil in them. By self-control and right behavior, you will ultimately realize that you are part of the eternal good. You do not belong anymore to the wrong ways of this world.
I like that. If you guys like that as well, make sure you give us some hearts, give us some likes here into the feed. And if you know that there's anybody that would love to be a part of the show, make sure you tag them here into the show and also share this to anybody that you know. And it's just always a fun time we have here on Divine Numerology. I want to say hello to a few people that are joining in with us. We have Gil Solis who's joining us. It says, hey, how can I get in touch with you? Gil, all you need to do is send us a private message here on Facebook, and we can get in touch and see if there's anything that we can do to be of service. We also have Jamie Stinson Brewer. She's joining with us from the show. Jamie. She's already ready to go. She's got her name. She's got her birth date. Tiffany Cook is joining with us. She says, morning, guys in.
Good morning.
Guys in. And then, so if you guys would like to be a participant in today's show and get a live personal numerology reading, make sure you type in your full name. That's your first, middle, and last, if you have all of them, or anything that's on your birth certificate, and then give us your full birth date, and we'll make sure that we get to you today. So I'm ready to bring on our co-host, which is our resident numerologist, the one and only Darius Oliver.
Hey, Darius.
Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing today?
Awesome. How about you?
I'm doing really good, thanks. Glad to be here and glad to talk to everybody that's on. Got some interesting stuff to talk about today,
Great.
and look forward to doing readings for people that want to have some insight.
Very cool.
Awesome. So you said you have some stuff to talk to us today, and we were having a discussion beforehand. So we always like to give you guys just a little bit of information before we get into our readings today. And what do you have for us today? Because we've gone over a lot of different topics over the course of these a few episodes. We've gone over how to do what your life path is. We've talked about how to calculate your day, the month, the year, and what kind of energy is going to happen between you guys. And there's so much more. We've only scratched the surface, and we're not going to go into too much. But what's something that's very interesting you have for us today?
So today, while you were giving that really awesome, inspiring thought, which I did appreciate that. It was just really good information related to not speaking out of harshness that's stimulated from anger.
Yeah.
It's when it's warranted, when it's needed, when it's for the purpose of teaching. And I think that it would take a lot of restraint to be able to hold oneself back if they're really upset about something and they just want to say lash out or whatever like that. But they if you're going to be not coming at someone in that way, you might need to take a step back. Okay, let me breathe, let me kind of go on, do my own thing real quick, then come back and address the situation. So I definitely like the thought of the day. And thank you guys for bringing that out. So what I have today is about the numbers of this day and how they correspond with the tarot, what's going on kind of universally, particularly today, as people are getting their numbers in. So for you guys today, drop your birthdays in, because I'm doing readings, little mini readings for people, one per person. Okay, guys. And if you want more, then text me. You guys can text me, and my number is 209-898-4103. That's 209-898-4103, and we could talk about it. But to go right into this, today's the 16th. And 16 is a very spiritual number. In fact, it's interesting that book, the book Autobiography of a Yogi, the one where it says Outwitting the Stars, where he's talking about astrology, is chapter 16.
Interesting.
16 is what we call the Great Purifier, because what it does is it gives a person the opportunity to clear up past karmas.
Okay.
It from previous lifetimes. 16 is known as a testing number. It is a very strong, powerful vibration of spiritual realization. And that particular number, if you want to go and take it to the tarot, the 16th card in the tarot deck is the Tower. The Tower is that shock and awe card that people get. When people see the Tower, when they're getting a reading, they get all, oh my God, that's the Tower. They get scared. It's an easy, reaction that people get because the imagery of the Tower card. It shows a tower that's falling, got struck by lightning. So that does look scary. A lot of times what that tower is awareness. In fact, at the time that I'm saying this right now, it's 9:16. So yeah, so it's that awareness. It is where it's like a situation where the rug was pulled up from under you and you thought that things were one way, but you realize that it's completely some other way than what you realize. It's like someone taking the blindfold off of you and you realizing that there's a big old elephant in the room and it's been there the whole time. That's the energy of 16.
Wow.
It can be pleasant or it can be unpleasant, depending on what lesson that you have at that particular time.
Okay.
To learn. So that's one of the things we can think about when it comes to 16. Then when you add here's the thing with that energy is it's composed of 1 and 6. 1 is about independence and creativity. It's about action, initiative, leadership. And then 6 is about the nurturing, the love, and the harmony. And it's also passion. So when you have 1 and 6, it's also action based on stimulated by passion. 6 is also lust. So it can be action stimulated by lust. And so it can have many different features. 16 can represent the highest spiritual light attainable. And on the other side of that, it can also represent the darkest of the depths of darkness.
Interesting.
Because every number has its polar opposite. There's duality in this realm. So you have the 16 represented in someone like Gandhi, represented in someone like, the spiritual gurus and the masters. Then you also have the 16 represented in someone like Joseph Stalin,
okay,
who literally took out millions of his own people in his own country at that time when he was alive. What's so interesting about this that I'm saying is we have the 16 even prevalent in some of our world leaders today. I'm not going to go into detail about who has that and who doesn't.
Oh, you're just putting the bait out there. Everybody's like,
right.
Ooh.
Right. So if you guys want to know, boom, I teach it so we can talk about it. We can go in depth. If you guys want to know and go in depth, my number is right there.
So did I put the number in correctly? 209-898-4103?
Yes, that is correct.
All right. So this is you guys want to contact Darius personally to do an even more in-depth reading with him. You guys can always contact him after the show. Don't contact him during the show because we need his full attention. But do it after the show. You can get in touch with him.
Right. That'd be funny.
16. So numbers are always fascinating in what things can represent, what this day can represent.
Yeah, it seems like it's one extreme to the other. So one could be like you mentioned, the highly spiritual and all the good parts of it. But then the other polarity side is like it could be really dark.
Yeah.
Yes. Very.
So what side are we on, right? That's
hey, a lot of us fall somewhere in the middle. A lot of us fall somewhere in the middle, and we got a little bit of both.
Okay.
We have some positive, we have some negative. And that's, what I mean? We have strengths and we have weaknesses. The strengths are the positive aspects. The weaknesses are where we're lacking and where we can improve upon. And that's what numerology does. It shows us what the numbers we have in our chart are so we can zero in on where to focus.
Got it.
And we can identify and say, oh, you know what? I have a strength in organizing stuff. Why? Oh, well, maybe that's because my soul equals 4 and I like to organize things. And I have a deep ingrained desire for stability. I have a desire for things feeling safe and secure. If I have that 4 soul, or if I have a 5 soul, I'm rebellious and I don't like, following conventional ways of being. And you know what? If I'm a teenager, I'm going to be rebellious, especially if my parents are trying to enforce upon me the norms of society and, making me go into somewhat of a restrictive nature.
Got it. All right.
Go ahead.
I mean, we can go so much more in depth. I mean, we got a lot of people joining with us, Darius.
Excellent. Let's go.
Excited.
What are they saying? What are they saying? Let's go.
I got birthdays. I got names coming in here, so we got a list of who wants to start today, because I think everybody's like, what about me? What about me?
What about me? All right, let's go.
So let's start. I'm going to go down the list. We're going to go in order here from my perspective here, what I see in the comments. And so if you're still watching here, you guys got to stay on if you want your reading. So we have Jamie Stinson Brewer, or she is Jamie Lynn. I want to say Brewer, but let me say, I think there was a typo. So Jamie Stinson Brewer.
Jamie Lane Brewer. Okay.
Just make sure we got that right. Yeah, I think you put a bit down here. Yeah, so Jamie Lane Brewer. Now, Jamie, if you're still watching, is that your maiden name? So make sure it's your maiden name. That will be helpful. But we do have her birthday as well.
All right. Hey, Aaron, we got somebody that resonates with you, man. That's a Life Path 8.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, she's a Life Path 8. She's also the same kind of Life Path 8 as you are, which is 44. So someone that is very, we got that 4, which is structure, right? We got that double 4 master number, someone who loves stability. Actually, what their life path will bring to them is many instances where extreme discipline is warranted and needed.
Okay.
High levels of discipline, high levels of things being regimented, but also leading a very externalized life, a very social life. Their life path will bring them into many social circumstances and situations where they have to be in the loop. But it's important for them to maintain those strict guidelines. Now, in that life path, there could be the influence of military. All right, because 44 happens to be a number associated with military. The word military adds up to 44. Some of the greatest military generals in history have master number 44 highly prevalent in their names. I'm not saying that Jamie is in the military or has been, but I wouldn't be surprised if she has, because that's something very common that's associated with it. And if they are not in the military, then the way that they approach their work or their way of being is in a disciplined, structured way. Things must be done this way. Things must be done that way. In order for it to be sustained. Now, she's born on the 22nd, so that gives her this master builder 22-4 energy. So master numbers are really high frequencies, really high energies. That's the master builder, but it's 2 and 2. 2 is about relationships, cooperation, balance, others, and being supportive of other people. People with the 22 are very dynamic. I worked with a lot of people with the 22. They really good customer service, really good. They just have this dynamic quality about them, able to get along and adapt with people. It's very awesome to watch. But definitely there's that, which also lends itself 2 and 2 adds up to 4, which resonates with that life path of that 44. So we got a 22 date and a 44 life path, right? So that's some strong stuff right there. So that now, but there's also that feeling, Jamie, I don't know if you actually did it, and this is the last point that I'm going to get on. If you want to know more, you can contact me with that phone number, but there's always been a desire for you to do something really big. Like you just wanted to do something really big. Maybe you didn't know what it was or what you wanted to do. But there was just something like, man, I need to do something really big. Like I'm here to do something more than what I'm doing. If you acted on it, great. But if not, then you probably look back and say, man, I should have did this. I should have did that. And oh man, you know what? Back when I was,
Sounds like me.
You know, it's the master number frequencies, the master number energies. We always, no matter what we attain, we always have higher and greater potential. And so that's why even for those of you that have ever heard of Bob Proctor, he says, it's always good to be, it's always good to be happy with what you want, but not to be satisfied. Then that sounds weird and contradictory. Like, what do you mean you're not supposed to be satisfied? Well, dissatisfaction is a state of growth, because dissatisfaction implies that there's a level that still there's room for growth. So that there's a higher level to be attained. So that's what I got for you, Jamie. I know there's a lot of other people that are hitting. So what's the reaction we're getting from that? You guys,
I haven't got it yet. Jamie, let us know how that resonates with you here into the comments, and we'll get going as we go through here. And then she said her maiden name was Jamie Lane Stinson, so that's her maiden name. But we did her birth date, which is her life path. That's kind of what we started with today. I think that's a little bit faster too. So we'll do the life path, but the birth date, because the names we can take a lot of numbers. So we'll start with birthday. So we'll go everybody's birthday here. The next person we have in mind was,
if they do want to throw their name in, we can do that too. It just so happened that I read the birthday first, but I can do both as fast if people want to know what their soul is or something like that.
Yeah, if we have extra time, we'll go back and we'll do all the names as well.
Perfect.
And so let's go to, I saw Gil was here earlier. Let us know if you're still here, Gil. So here's Gil. Gil, his birthday is 6/25/1964.
So Gil, you're born on the 25th, man. So you're analytical. I would not want to debate you unless I had all my facts straight. If I don't know something, I'm not going to go up against you and try to go at it. The 25 makes you very supportive because of the 2. It makes you supportive, and then the 5 gives you the ability to adapt very quickly to others and situations that change and move very quickly. Because the 2 and the 5 add up to 7, it makes you more inwardly withdrawn, so very much more introspective, and that's what. And your brain is always moving and working and constantly thinking. So when people tell you stop thinking or you think too much, it's like, what do you mean? Like, how do you not think too much? It's just your brain works. It's just constantly moving, which is not a bad thing at all. But it's normal that if people say that to you, they're probably not running 7 energy. So you have that. Then the 25 is the 25th card in the tarot deck is the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands, definitely it's that card of fast movement, fast, quick, speed, and fire. And it's a really, really strong card. And 25 itself is known as a warrior's number.
A warrior? Warrior.
Warrior.
Warrior. Okay. Warrior.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Thanks for, not someone who worries. Well, the 7 can make you worry a lot, yes. But 25 will bring you, when you experience challenges and obstacles, the way that you'll take it is like that warrior knight that goes and says, you know what, let's go, let's do this. And you take on the challenges as they come. The first vowel in your name, Ramon, is a 1, which gives you the inclination in your soul to take on that leadership role. And then the second vowel in your name, the O, is you would take on and you do things out of initiative, out of a sense of duty. That 1, you know what, guys? In his first name, Ramon, his soul adds up to 16. We were just talking about that. So the soul of his first name adds up to 16, which matches this particular day, which even emphasizes the 7 in his day of birth, which is from the 25. So that even says, that's why Ramon is interested in these types of things, into the spiritual realm, into science. Spirituality and science are the same thing, two different sides of the same coin. So, but it makes you want to go deep, delving and developing in the mind. So that's what I got for you right now, for Ramon.
Very cool.
Awesome. Well, Ramon, you're still watching. Let us know how that hits home for you. We had Jamie had said thanks earlier, and she also said it hits home for her.
Awesome.
So it definitely makes a lot of sense. So
Excellent.
Let's keep going. Let us know how you guys are enjoying this. Let's go down to, we got Jen. Jen is next in line on our list. Jen Drury. And she says her maiden name is Curry. 10/15/1979.
Awesome. So for Jen, definitely you love and value your independence. You love and value your independence. And for you, it's really important on what you're getting from a situation. You do love to help and nurture people because that's from your 15. The 15 makes you want to, makes you really big in the family. But you value your independence and your freedom, and that comes at odds at times with the demands and your desire to help out others. Big thing to really work on that to improve would be the ability to say no without feeling guilt. For you, let's see.
He's doing his numbers. I see the look on his face.
For you, you are interesting because you have a life path 6 and you're born on a day 6. In fact, your life path is like, okay, so there's something called the specific life path, all right? It's the highest vibration that your life path has. You guys want to know, if everybody wants to know what theirs is, you can text me and message me. We'll go in deep on yours too. But for yours, Jen, you have a 51 specific life path, and yet you're born on the 15th. So one is 1-5, and then the other is 5-1. Family is huge. Family is big for you. And let's say the first, family definitely impacted you throughout the first 28 years of your life. First 28 years of your life, and then after, 27 years of your life. Then from 28 until 54 is more of an independent type of trajectory that your life takes. Probably a significant change happened between 27 and 28 that kind of steered you more toward the doing things independently. Maybe, it'd be a good time, if you haven't already, to start a business of some kind. We can go deeper. I hope that resonates or that helps. But that's something that I get from your number. Like, man, we can go so many different places on this stuff, man. It's crazy. But that's what I have for you for right now, Jen. Hope that helps.
Well, sometimes we'll have conversations just after our shows, and then like two extra hours goes by later. Sometimes, and we have to we got to get going. Gil says you got him to a T. He says thank you.
Awesome. You're welcome, Gil. If you guys want to go deeper, you know how to contact me. The number is 209-898-4103.
And that's how you get a hold of Darius if you want to go deeper with your numbers and your name. Jen says, thank you. Let us know how that resonates with you, Jen. And then I want to say hello also to Mary Sterling, who's joining with us. She says, Mary. Christopher says hello, Veronica and Aaron. I want to say hello to Christopher. He's a big fan of the show that we have. And we're so glad to have him here watching with us, especially you.
Thank you.
Everybody that's watching here. And let's go up. Who's next in line? So we had Jen was the last.
It's Mary.
Now it's going to be. So speaking of Mary, let's talk about Mary.
Excellent.
1973.
So the 13th. So the 13 is huge number of transformation. Why? Especially people seeing repeating ones and threes. If you guys are out there, oh my gosh, I see 1 and 3 all the time. You just saw that and you're like, oh my gosh. So 13 is a number of transformation, the same kind of transformation that the caterpillar goes to the butterfly. And 13 is really for you. Wow. Okay. Hey, Mary, if you've ever been involved in real estate, I'd be curious about that. But let's see, 20, that's 33. And then, so it looks like you got a life path 6. So a lot of your lessons in this lifetime have been through family and being the nurturer in your family. The 13 really gives you a strong sense of loyalty. A lot of people are afraid of 13. There's not, you know what I mean? If you go into a building, they don't have a 13th floor. And now you guys are going to go inside a building and be like, oh, Darius said they don't have a 13th floor.
Like on the elevator, they
yes.
the 13. I've
right.
noticed that.
Some do. I have seen it, but some don't, because of the builders respect these types of sciences. But in truth, 13 is not a number to be feared.
Yeah.
In fact, there's an ancient verse that says, he or she who understands the power of 13, to them dominion will be given. But in this case, for you, your name is Mary. Mary is it starts with the letter M. M is the 13th letter in the alphabet.
Interesting.
So you're born on the 13th, and yet the first letter of your name also is 13. So that adds even more emphasis related to the first 4 years of your life. And how at about age 5, there was some new shift or new beginning in your life, which led to some new direction. And then from 6 until 14, there was, oh my gosh, wow, I'm like really going into this. It kind of leading to significant endings and conclusions until about age 16. But for you, definitely the number 13 is a number of transformation, a number of stability, gives you that sense of loyalty. You're here to learn the lessons of life through the family and through nurturing other people in your community. And also it gives you a really strong sense of duty. Try not to look too much at the world with the critical eye. Try to see the perfection in the imperfection, and recognize that that the artistry is in the flaws.
Very cool. And Mary, she does take care of her son at home. He has special needs, so she is the nurturer, and she's there taking care of him.
And she's a life coach, so she's all about transformation.
Awesome. See, there you go. It just one little tidbit, that number 13 is associated with if you guys want to know how it's associated, message me or contact me, but it's associated with the sign of Scorpio through connection from the tarot, because the 13th card in the deck is the death card. Okay, and it doesn't mean whenever you get that card in a reading, it rarely means a physical death. It's usually meaning metaphorical or spirit, some type of transformation,
like an end of something.
Right.
Yeah. The
13th card in the deck, the death card, corresponds to the sign of Scorpio. So in that sense, and that's why the Scorpio, that's the 8th house, which is transformation and growth. So she's doing exactly what she's doing.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Let us know how that resonates with you, Mary. Thank you for joining with us. And if you guys are joining with us right now, you're watching Divine Numerology. We are your hosts. I'm Dr. Aaron Garcia.
And I'm Veronica Mendez Garcia.
And I'm Darius Oliver.
And Darius is our expert numerologist. And what we're doing is personal readings for you guys today. And if you would like to participate and know what your numbers represent, all you need to do is drop your birth date here into the comments. And we're going in order right now, so we'll get to it the best that we can. If you'd like to participate, put your number here in the comments, and we'll get to you as soon as we can.
So we have the next one, which is Amelia Mendez, and her birthday is 1/30/1980.
1980, awesome. So as far as a 30, that is a cool number to be born with, because 3 is fun. 3 likes to party. It's like you want to have 3 with you when you go out. You just do. It's like the life of the party energy. They know how to enjoy life. Because 3 is the number of ease. It's the number of things getting along. The funnest combination is 3 and 5. That's the funnest combination. When you see those two coming, man, hey, get ready.
Is that because you were born on March 8th?
Huh?
March 5th.
Is that, hey, maybe that's why. But I'll tell you, hey, you know what? That's a good point you brought out. But 3 and 5 is just, it's one of those really fun combinations. But you having the 3 being born on the 30th, 3 is expression. It's sensitivity. It's creativity, and it's the authentic expression, right? It doesn't like to really go deep into stuff, though. That's the thing with 3. It likes to stay on the surface most of the time. So so one of the things for it to really develop is the ability to delve deeper into things, to look deeper than what is the surface. But in time, though, here's the thing with 3, is it represents Jupiter. 3 is ruled by the planet Jupiter. Naturally, Jupiter is the teacher. 3s make the best teachers, especially when they go deep. Why? 3 has to do with speech, communication. The 3rd sign in astrology is Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, the planet of speaking. 3 is expansion. Jupiter makes everything bigger. And then you got the 0 mixed with it, which is expanding everything else that it follows, right? But the thing with 3 is that, yes, it can represent happiness, joy, all these really good stuff, but it has to battle against depression. And self-image challenges, like feelings of self-worth and, oh, am I worthy, to really receive this goodness. That's one of the battles that's one of the hurdles. And let's see, 31, and then that 80, that is, so with your life path, you're also here, you have a 4 life path. So that means that your life path would make you feel a little bit limited and restricted at times, versus the 3 wanting to be expressive and do all these different things. So best way to do that is with the 3. Well, we could talk about that more in depth, but what I'll just say is on leaving is not to scatter your energies too much. When you get an idea, write it down, figure out a plan, because that's what your life path wants you to do. That's what I got for you, Amelia.
Well, Amelia, I hope that resonates with you and it hits home. If you guys have gotten your readings, let us know how this is resonating with you. Type that into the comment feed. We always love to hear that. Mary says, thank you, Darius. Definitely hits home for her. She really appreciates you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. And yeah, you're very, very welcome, Mary.
Welcome.
And Jen says thank you as well. So everybody says thank you, because it's all resonating. And we find it very fascinating when you're just numbers, your name, your birthday, how that represents you. And it represents a lot of patterns and behaviors in your life. And then the best part about all this is by understanding and knowing this and how it all works. And if you don't understand, go to Darius. He'll tell you everything what you should do, but it teaches you what you can improve on. What might be your challenges, your weaknesses that you're really here to work on. And that's what the numbers do. And it's been really helpful for us. And we're still studying. There's so much more to know.
Yeah. Also with making decisions, like if you're deciding, or maybe you're indecisive on, when to start something, he can help you with the numbers and to see which day would be a good day to bring something forward. So
Definitely.
it's amazing how accurate these readings are. It's so fascinating.
Isn't it?
Thank you guys.
And Jen says, I see 333 constantly over the last 4 months.
So, interesting. Tell us what you think that means, Jen. I'm very curious to see what you think that means.
He says the same thing to us every time we give him a number. He's like, what do you think that means? Like he puts it back on us. You're the numerologist, you tell me. But there is a sense of our intention between things and what we believe it might seem like. So Jen, let us know what that means to you and be curious to hear about that.
And Aaron, you hit the nail right on the head when you said that, because you're what a person's impression of something, if that number has a meaning, then that shows what they're projecting out in the universe and what it's sending back to them.
Got it. She says for her, it means decisions to be made. That's what it represents to her. And angels are near and helping her. Excellent.
Very cool. Transformation.
Also, ascended masters.
And transformation. And she feels like, she says, I'm on the right path.
Definitely.
Got it.
That's what it means.
Yeah. I want to say hello to also Abigail's here. She says, hello, everyone. Hello, Abigail. Welcome to the show. And she says, I've been seeing 9s, and that to me means I'm at the end of a cycle that I have almost completed or mastered.
Yep. Very
cool. We saw that too, like 999, like 2 days in a row.
Yeah, from TV, all kinds of things. And Mary says, I've never been in real estate, though. Should I? The Inquisition.
Well, I'll tell you, honestly, the reason why I said that is because I have a mentor and she's born on that same birthday. It's really interesting that you guys are transformational life coaches, though. Because that's what she is. My personal business mentor is also born on your exact same birthday. And from following her guidance, my life has transformed. Wow. So I can attest, if you're born on that particular day, then it's very interesting to see the results in the people that you work with in their life. Because my personal coach is born on that day, and I can tell you that from working with my mentor, it's resulted in a huge change.
That's cool.
Wow. All right, we got another one here in line. So I'm going back here. We're going to Daryl. So Daryl Mark Holsey the second. I hope I said that right. And his birthday is 2/4/1991.
2/4/1991. Life path 8. So Aaron, man, we got another life path 8.
All right, all the 8s in the house.
Team 8. So 8 is abundance and power. Externalization, it's connection, disconnection. It is interaction with different people and places. The thing for you to watch and be wary of is how your associations can lead you into questionable situations throughout your lifetime. So be mindful of your associates and be mindful of the company that you keep. Because you have the 4, you're naturally inclined toward loyalty, toward things that are structured. You're born on the 4th, and assuming that, you put the month, day, and the year in that order. But you're born on the 4th, and your name starts with the 4th letter. And so we have that emphasized. So that 4 is that structure, stability, and the order, right? Then the 2 has you doing some type of vocation that your work will constantly change for the rest of your life. Like you might want to do this one thing, but it'll change forms. It's like you might do something. This is just a guesstimate, all right, but probably the longest that you might be doing some type of work, maybe 2.5 years. With a particular company or entity, it might be the same line of work, the same type of service or work, but there's a tendency for work and vocation to change quite frequently with that the number combination you have right there.
So get this. So he says, I changed jobs like 15 times and it gets better.
Wow.
Yep.
That's so accurate.
That's funny.
Very cool.
Let me go back to his birthday arrow. I got to find it now. I just wanted to put that comment up there. Okay, let's go back. And his last thing is pulse.
Hey, Daryl, thanks for that. Thanks for that confirmation too. So that others can observe, because the thing about numerology is that we learn about it through observation. And that's how we learn. So take a look. So Daryl, D is the 4th letter, M is the 13th letter, which also is a 4.
Wow.
And then even if you look in the ancient Hebrew letters, the ancient Hebrew numbers, right? The word mark. Now you spell it a little bit different because you spell it with a C, but the word mark equals 400. 400 in which is a 4 vibration. This is in the Hebrew system of numerology.
Now is that with the C or is that with the K?
With the K.
Okay.
And he spells it differently, but it's just the phonetic sound of it.
Okay.
So but yeah, man. So that's what I have for you right now, Daryl. If you guys want to go deeper into that, you know how to contact me, 209-898-4103.
Yeah, and he says also accurate. He says accurate. A lot of people who were in my environment were definitely the wrong people. Interesting.
So we have one more, and she's here in the house. And
we're gonna do a personal one here. So we're doing Violet. So here's
Violet.
She's our daughter.
She can hear you.
She can hear you. She's in the background.
Okay, guys. So you guys got to hear this too. So Veronica and Aaron, look. So that 26. I'll tell you guys about that later. But anyway, 2 and 6 is 8. 2 and 6 is 8. That is the externalization number. That is the number of interaction with the world, with people, being in the loop, being in the flow. The 6 is the nurturing. The 2 is within the context of relationships and others, being supportive and being nurturing of others, and doing so in a way that is outward, very outward, in tangible ways. So then we got the 39. So wow, she's a life path 3.
Yeah.
Wait, let's see, double check. 9.
Yeah, I believe we figured it out.
Yep, life path 3. So definitely here to learn, man. Funny person, really good sense of humor. Can be like the life of the party type person.
She just doesn't like my jokes.
Yeah. Hey, you probably got those bad dad jokes, man. I love bad dad jokes. They're awesome.
Oh, they're horrible, but they're fantastic.
Dude, they're awesome, man. People's reaction to bad dad jokes, I love it. That's what I'm known for.
Has to get up and go to the other room when he tells a joke.
Yeah, man, they're awesome. But so anyway, 3 life path 3s, life for the party. It's like when they leave, everyone looks at themselves and like, okay, now what do we do? Oh, hey, that wall looks good. It's drying pretty nice, But so that's 3. It's here to be expressive. Why? That's why they're so funny. Because they make really good comedians. They make really good. 3 is entertainment. So you often find people in entertainment fields with the 3 energy, in acting, cinema. Anything dealing with performing arts, anything dealing with creativity, since you have, and her vocation being the it's something even dealing with technology of some kind. Even in the medical industry, perhaps if she ever, had a desire or interest in that direction, because of the month. But her, she has very externalized numbers, which would indicate some work of a physical nature, some type of a labor type work, even doing work with her hands. But that 3 would have to do, it could definitely lead to something of a writing or a speaking format.
That's very interesting. Like everything you said, and she actually mentioned the other day she wants to be a movie director, and
because she loves theater and the arts, and with her hands, she's an artist. She loves to draw.
Draws. Yeah, she's already created characters that she's given names to, given like a whole personality, and she's already like setting it up for that.
And by the way,
and she's 13.
Exactly. There you go. Hey, look. What's 13 plus 13?
13 plus 13?
Yeah.
26.
She said 26. She whispered it. She thought about
it. Exactly. And she's born on that day. So she's at a pivotal age right now. So it's kind of like paying attention to what it is that her soul is telling her. And so, which brings me to this, and I'll close out, with this book right here. It's called, it's the King's Book of Numerology. This is my numerology mentor wrote this. He wrote 12 volumes. This is volume 7, Parenting Wisdom. And I recommend that anyone who has kids that wants to understand their children on a soul level, get this book and check it out. This is a standalone book, meaning that it does not necessarily depend on you having to have all the other volumes to understand this one.
Okay.
So it's really excellent work that he came out with. You guys can order it on Amazon. King's Book of Numerology, Volume 7, Parenting Wisdom.
Okay, Parenting Wisdom. Then I'm just going to go back up here. I'm looking through my comment section here somewhere. Here it is. And if you guys want to get a hold of Darius, you want to go through something even more personal, more in depth to find out about yourself. And this is a really good thing to do, because the more you understand about you, the better you can learn to adapt in your life to all the different changes that are happening. And that means, what's this next coming year going to be like for you? What can you expect? What can you work on? What's the next day, the month? What kind of vocation? What kind of things would suit you best? So that way your energy shines the brightest. And so if you want to get a hold of him, go to 209, text or call 209-898-4103. And he'll do a whole chart with you guys.
Yeah, he can go more in depth and more detail, and it's amazing. With this little information that he just gave to us, just with our birthday, he can go more into detail, like with your name and all kinds of different things.
So can you hold that book up one more time? Abigail wants you to post the information.
Right here. King's Book of Numerology, Volume 7, Parenting Wisdom.
That's awesome.
I'm putting it here in the feed right now. Just make sure I'm spelling everything right.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're good.
All right. Then let's enter that into the chat here. And then I'll put that up here. There you go. So the King's Book of Numerology 7, Parenting Wisdom. So that's the one you guys can look at if you want to find the reference for that.
Very cool.
All right. Well, we hope you guys have enjoyed today's episode of Divine Numerology. For those who got your readings, I hope that was insightful, very helpful for you guys. We had a lot of fun hearing about all you guys. Now we know who you are. And so join us again next week. Go ahead, Darius. You were going to say something.
I want to say that I'm grateful. I'm very grateful for you, Aaron, and for you, Veronica, for having the show and having me on. And I'm very grateful to everyone that tuned in, that wants to transform their life and wants to better themselves, but also better everyone else at the same time. I'm very grateful for these things, and for you guys sharing your positive energy with everyone around you as well. So everyone keep doing that, and thank you.
Thank you. We're grateful for having you on.
Absolutely. And all of you guys watching as well. And if you guys would like to join us each time we go live, this show, Divine Numerology, we do it every Thursdays, normally at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern. We started a little early today just because of time some conflicts we had for today. But normally it's 10 a.m. If you guys would like to get reminded each time we go live, if you're watching on Facebook, make sure you turn on live notifications here in the feed. And if you're watching on YouTube, you want to make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn on that little bell icon so you know when we have a new video that's posted. And that's how you can find out where the show is. All right.
All right.
We hope you guys have an amazing day, and we will see you next time.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Peace.